What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're at Hammertown. The 40 here, and this is the 40, but the Optima Oasis, you do need a different pass, and it's kind of invite only into there to park, to camp. So this year we were lucky enough to get the invite, and we were hanging out with the Super Winch guys. There's different lines here when you arrived at KOH. This is what it looks like. The one that we're currently in is the return line. On the other side of this fence is checking in for the first time. And then second, it's, oh look, we have to show our bracelets. So we just flash him our bracelets and he lets us through. Then it's media and vendors. Obviously, this is the last day of KOH, so you won't see hardly anyone obviously checking in. But the return lane, this is where it's at. Here we go. You'll see welcome to Hammertown. This is the other end of the 40, which is a bunch of like food vendors. There's a stage for concerts and an enclosed tent area for eating. So Tuesday night in Hammertown is kind of iconic because there's something that happens that's called Ultra 3. So we've all heard of Ultra 4, right? And so that's the multiple classes, that's the racing that we all come to KOH to see. But have you guys heard about Ultra 3? Now, last year was our first time here at KOH and we saw Ultra 3 for the first time and it was crazy, and this year did not disappoint. Take a look. Saw Ultra 3 is racing trikes around this small-ish lap, so circle. There's hundreds of people watching around the circle, and in the middle it's a great time. Competitors do either 3 or 5 laps. I'm not really sure how they determine which laps. I guess if they're a crowd favorite they do 5, or if it looks like a tie they go ahead for the 5 instead of the 3. I'm not too sure, so if you know, let me know in the comments below, but it is definitely entertaining. Here's a first-person view of me doing an off-road simulator here at the VIP tent. Guys, this is my first time doing something like this, and honestly, it was wild. The feedback that the steering wheel gives you is crazy. The seat actually vibrates as well. This particular model doesn't have hydraulics, so my actual seat doesn't move, but it was still really, really awesome. Like a lot of off-road shows that you guys may be used to, Hammertown has its very own vendor alley, vendor way. I'm sure they have a specific name for it, but they're gonna have a lot of brands that you're used to seeing, and then a lot that you might never have heard of that are really more hardcore into the racing community. Obviously our friends at Bill Stein. They have a couple racers in each class, several racers in each class. Let's see who else we can find. The weather every year at KOH is extremely different. Last year when we were here, it was incredibly windy and cold. Like, it was awful. You didn't want to be outside. Everyone was huddled against like smudge pots and just like inside their vehicles. This year it is incredibly hot. So even though it's only 70, well, it says right now it's 63, the sun is baking you. And most people, honestly, like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, there was snow on the ground here. So that's how crazy the weather fluctuates in the desert. We only brought winter gear, so wool socks. We both have wool socks, which means that our feet are literally soaking wet with sweat. Storyteller row. I want one of those. There's an extensive schedule of what happens every single day here in Hammertown. Today is Thursday, so the side-by-sides are racing. I can look back and I'll enter like which classes are going today, as well as tech. Everyone racing tomorrow in the Everyman's Challenge is teching today, I believe. Again, I don't know a lot of the race lingo, but we are getting more and more familiar the more times that we come out to KOH every year. I love this wrap. Look at that. It's beautiful, and it has like a sea-doo on it. That's funny. Or jet ski, I should say. And of course, you know that we have to stop at Baja Designs. Guys, big things coming soon. Emphasis on big. Did I mention a very interesting thing that happens Thursday nights? And it's called the obstacle, the back door. And I can't film too much because there's music, so up to 7 seconds. But this is just a taste of what this situation entails. And this is what happens very, very often. That's the obstacle. That's not the obstacle. So you can't really tell because of the glare, but this is basically front row seats to the show, aka the recovery. Like any good event, there is a merch truck / semi. So this is the one that Marlon has, and I have in the two-door and also the jail, right? This is what Marlon wants. So this is the Big Bell 300M RCV axle shaft. We have the normal one, which is plenty strong. So him and RCV have an ongoing bet, a playful bet, that if he can break his normal RCV axle shafts, then it's time.
I'm trying, but it doesn't break. I'm trying.
You have the Marines out here in full force. Do you think we could take those tanks up Trail 15? How far would they get? Trail 15 at Windrock, of course. So these are the 4400 Unlimited class. They're passing tech today. Rear steer. Haven't seen one of those here before. This is one of the many reasons that the VIP experience here at KOH is worth it. Look at this delicious spread of food. So this is basically just like an appetizer before lunch. They make sure that during the VIP experience, there's always something to snack on. Huge thank you to Maxis and KOH for making this possible for us. Get to sit down, couches, watch the race live. As the sun starts setting down here in Hammertown, the temperature drops greatly. Look at Marlon. He looks like he's going to Alaska.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but I have a thing for smart cars, and this is basically same, but different.
Miles an hour on the highway on this shit.
100 miles an hour. So not a huge deal if you don't stay in Hammertown for the end of the 4400 race because they live stream it, guys. So every KOH you can watch everything that's going on in action, right? From the comfort of your own home. You don't have to come out to the desert. So you just go onto the KOH YouTube channel and they'll have the live stream going on there, as well as the live tracker, which I believe you can find on the KOH website. So if you have someone that you're following, it'll be really easy to be able to see where on course they're at, because obviously they can't give every racer screen time. So the tracker is definitely helpful. It's Saturday, guys. That means that today is the big race, the 4400 Unlimited class. But this is the day the mass exodus starts, I would say, in full force, right? So yesterday, a whole bunch of classes raced, 4500, 4800, 4600. The side-by-sides went the day before that. So those folks left yesterday. So you'll definitely start to see more and more people with their travel trailers, RVs, start heading on out. I spy? Don and Michelle from RPM. They're heading out. In all of her glory, Nessie. So this is Holly's. She gave it a good round. She got, I think she went, she did lap 2, did a couple of the rock trails. And obviously we have Ben's Jeep here from JK Gear and Gadgets, also 4500 class, guys. He was sending this thing. If you guys haven't seen, he did the gap jump in the qualifying and it was awesome. He nailed it. He got, I believe, I don't know if he did second lap, but I'll check and make sure to include that. But yeah, this Jeep took a beating. Look at that wrap. So we're hooking up Holly's crawler hauler to our truck and we're taking it back to St. George for them so that they can just focus on the green trailer that they have, the 40-foot with the other vehicles, because they brought 3 vehicles. So one fits on here and we'll be taking this back.
You disapprove of my Tetris salad?
Everyone's very excited about getting to race day and getting their pit set up, but what no one talks about is the cleanup and what it takes to get home, which in my personal opinion is a whole bunch more than it takes to get here. On fire over there. A car. You can buy chopped wood here in Hammertown for your bonfire, your fire pit. So we're sitting in line here, guys, to head out of Hammertown. We got their crawler hauler hooked up. And if you have never been, guys, I highly recommend that if you do attend King of the Hammers, you bring some kind of, what are these called? Analgesics? Ibuprofen, acetaminophen, Tylenol, Advil, because there is something called a hammer lung, and hammer lung is just what you get. It's like, I don't know, it's not a real thing, but it's some kind of like a upper respiratory thing where your lungs are angry that they've been assaulted for the last 4 or 5 days or however long you've been here. Some people have been here for 2.5 weeks, right? Yeah, with all the dust and the cold air, and then, you know, it's desert, so it goes from being really hot during the day, or, you know, feeling really hot because of the sun, and then at night the temperature takes a drastic turn and it'll plummet 20-30 degrees difference than it was during the day. So Marlon and I just popped a couple of these, waiting in line, and let's see what time we will eventually get home. So that's our home time. It's 1 hour before. So here in California, it is currently 1:57 and we are in line. So because there's so much dust out here in Johnson Valley, they have water trucks come out every couple hours and just spray down the major ways, basically, just to keep that dust a little bit more under control, but it's still super dusty, obviously. And so something really cool, there's a team here all the way from Israel, guys. They send their, I think it's a 4800 class car here, and it's awesome. So, whoop, love that. So 4:04, that's Mountain Time. So it's really 3:04 California time, Pacific Standard Time. So about a little tiny bit over an hour to get out on the road from Hammertown. That's in Johnson Valley, of course. And well, guys, we are on the road going home. Marlon was falling asleep.
Yeah, we were going like 3 miles per hour.
If that. Okay, well now we're going a lot faster than 3 miles an hour. So let's see what we find on the way home. So we quickly left Hammertown to run here in town, one of the local towns, for some food.
And it was delicious.
It was really good. So if you guys are passing through Lucerne Valley, Cafe 247.
I'm only
only going over this because I know you guys are gonna ask. So what are all these bracelets? All of these bracelets are for a specific thing. So this is access into Laser Town, alrighty? This is similar to the area of like where people park for KOH, but it's typically for racers only, so we had access to that. This blue bracelet is for the VIP party that STS, Seat Time Syndicate, had, so thanks for the invite, guys. This red one is for access to the 40, the Optima Oasis, so thank you Super Winch for providing that. We had a pit crew tag, and that was in order for us to be able to go to STS, which was Holly Ben's and Kevin Stearns' pits, and help them see if they needed anything. This yellow one is for general admission. The pink is for media, so we were able to go behind the scenes and on course if we wanted to get special footage or, you know, different views and angles. And then this green one is our partner band, which was provided to us from Maxis. So thank you so much, Maxis family, for making sure that we were out there in KOH and we were able to get in with no problem. KOH 2025 was a blast. Had so much more fun than last year, and we're looking forward to next year. We get asked a lot if we're ever gonna race, and the answer is we would love to. So things are starting to kind of work out and pointing into that direction. I don't know what year and I don't know what class, but as soon as we have more information, of course, we're gonna let you guys know. Guys, like always, if you enjoyed the video, big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and we'll see you next time. Bye.